We hire 3 times more young people than any other industry. And I'm talking people that are ages 16 to 24. We hire 3 times more young people than any other industry. So it's important for us as leaders to make sure that we're giving these kids, these young folks, all of the skills and all of the opportunities to continuously develop and become the people that they are intended to become. Back again, another episode of Pizza King Podcast. I'm your host, Tyrell Reed. Always happy to be here, doing whatever I can to bring value to the pizza community, to whatever community, to the business world, even to the casual pizza eater or just person who's just looking to maybe get into this later on sometime. That's what we're here for. That's what this podcast is about. We talk business, we talk staffing, we talk customer chronicles, we talk all things pizza and all things pizza business. So I'm happy that you're here, and, stay back, stay tuned, enjoy the show. We got just a couple of things to go through this week. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we've been on, but I'm really excited to come on and recap my day in Orlando at the Pizza Tomorrow Summit, which was just super dope, incredible experience. Even more so. I know we talked about this last year when I was there, but just even better, even greater this year. I did get a chance to get an opportunity to speak and to present to a group there. So really want to, just recap with how that went and, pull away some of my notes from there and bring it here for anyone who wasn't able to attend the live session. I think it's important just to continue those lessons and continue that discussion as we talked about soft skills development and leadership development. So, really want to, take a deeper dive on some of those things here on the podcast. And last time we talked, we introduced the Pizza Chronicle. So, really, I got another good one. Listen, if you run a restaurant or you run any business and you have a team or you deal with guests or customers, there's always going to be a story to tell. And while we in our business, we always look for opportunities to go above and beyond for our customers or for our guests. Sometimes you just got to say no. And that's what we had to do, or what I had to do over this past week with one of our most loyal guests. So, just excited to not listen. I'm not excited to come on and tell anybody that I had to tell somebody no, but I do want to make sure that I'm always, just bringing what's really happening in my life. So I am excited about that, just to tell you and, keep you up to date on what's been going on. Before we get into it, always want to thank, the supporters of the show. Bag Genie Pizza Bags has been, just an incredible supporter. Shout out to Brian and the team at Bag Genie for always delivering high quality bags, high quality customer experience. They are superior quality pizza bags as compared to anybody else in the market. If you're looking for just triple protection Velcro, pin pocket, roll up bag to save space. I mean, insulation like you wouldn't believe, bags that keep pizzas hotter longer. Check out Bag Genie. They're doing a deal: buy 4 bags, get 1 bag free of any size. The sizes vary from small, medium to large, depending on what your needs are. You can go from a single 18-inch or 14-inch pizza up to, four 18-inch pizzas like I use with the large bag. Check out Bag Genie, because what they're doing is top notch, top quality, and you will not be disappointed. I have not been. I told you before, I've had these bags now for, I don't know, probably 10, 11 months, still in perfect condition. So shout out to Bag Genie. Go check them out. And, as always, appreciate you, Brian, for being such an avid supporter of the show. And not just about the bags. Brian is a listener of the show, which I appreciate even more. He listens to the show. So, I see the comments. I see some of the, the engagement on Spotify. So, shout out to him for that. And just, just being a supporter and a person who is engaged in the community. reach out to Bag Genie. If you want a sample, if you're a pizzeria owner and you deliver pizza, you want a sample, reach out to Brian, because he'll shoot you a sample. He'll shoot you, a product to really he believes in what he's done. So he'll send you one just to show you, hey, look, this is top notch and top quality stuff. And look, and if he can't send you one, let me know. I'll buy you one. I got you. Hit me up. Pizza Tomorrow Summit happened in Orlando last week. And if you were not there, if you didn't get a chance to make it down to Florida this year for Pizza Summit, I'm telling you, this thing is quickly becoming the best pizza expo in the country. And I've been to a lot of shows. I just, we just went to the California restaurant show. Obviously we go to Vegas to the big show out there. We're going to be in New York. There was, PizzaCon in Jersey during the same time. But when I walked into the Orlando Convention Center, the Orange County Convention Center, and saw that this show was double in size, from last year, and mind you, only third year of this show, doubled in size from last year. Thousands of people there, vendors galore, everything that you can think of, everything under the sun. It was such an overwhelmingly good experience, and everyone was there. I'm looking forward to this show becoming like that pizza family reunion, like for all my pizza friends. And I think I said it on, a post or something on Instagram or Facebook, that I always walk away from these things wishing I'd, taken more pictures, wishing I met more people, and, just have more time to spend with folks, because there's so much going on. There's so many people there, and you just want to soak it all in. You want to take it all back. You want to, implement all these great things in your shop. And time just doesn't allow. It was a 2-day show this year. I was only able to attend one day. Next year, they're moving to a 3-day show, which I think is going to be even more fun, because I got out of there when I left and I spent a full day in the show. There were aisles that I hadn't even seen. There were people that I didn't even get to connect with. Folks like We Fix Coolers, Todd's Curry Sauce, which I really appreciate the folks from Todd's Curry Sauce, because he hit me up. Elliot hit me up after the show. He saw that I was there. He hit me up after the show, and he actually came by the shop, brought me some samples. And that's the kind of thing that is, being built here. Like, this whole community is super dope, right? So it wasn't just about making a connection at the show, trying to make a sale. These were folks that are, growing their businesses just like we are, and they're looking for, meaningful relationships and partnerships. And I really appreciate the people that, find the time to connect with us and make their products available, or show me things, or, teach me new things. And it just becomes, just a part of the experience that makes it that much better, right? So shout out to Todd's Curry Sauce. I was able to meet Todd. I was able to meet Elliot. They came by the shop, a couple of days after the show. They came by the shop. They brought me some sauce. We had some pizza. We talked. I love what they're doing. I absolutely love what they're doing. And I hope that there are opportunities for us to continue to connect and partner, collaborate in the future, because I love the product. Not only was it incredible sauce, they're just good dudes. Like, and that makes it even better for me. Like, there's a ton of people out here to do business with, but I like doing business with people that I like. So, they came out, shared a slice. I'm like, well, we'll figure it out. Let's decide if we like each other, and then we can figure out a way to move forward. I like y'all. I hope they like me, and can find a way for us to have more, more interactions, more sauce. I don't know what it means. I made some pizzas, chicken pizzas with curry. We did a bunch of different things. He left me a bottle. We've been playing with it for about, 4 or 5 days now. And I've been putting curry sauce on everything in the shop. I'll have to post a picture of the one that I like the most. I did chicken, bacon, and pineapple with a little bit of tahini seasoning on there. I don't know. Do you say, is it Tajin or I say tahini? Because I don't know. I'm in Florida. We got everything is somewhat influenced by the Spanish culture here, right? So I say tahini, but with some tahini on there with the Todd's curry sauce. Oh my God, that pizza was fire. So fire. So if Todd, Ellie, if y'all are listening, I think that's the one for me. If I'm going to create a specialty item, and it's the same one that you have when you guys are in there, that pizza and that sauce together was just like the perfect combination of flavors. The sauce stands well on its own. It could be a wing sauce, anything, but like I said, the show was incredible, not just for, experiences like that where, we find ways to get new products and do business with folks, but just the connections and the camaraderie all together. I was able to run into Bruce and, Constantina from Smart Pizza Marketing and Unlocking the Magic podcast. Two of my favorite people, right? Like, helped me get so far into, what I'm doing now when it comes to social media and podcasting. Just, always great connections, great advice. Last year I was able to record a podcast. He's like, oh, whenever you want to record a podcast. I love Bruce. Bruce has done so much, just in general for me and for the development of my career outside of the pizzeria. I got to find ways to give opportunities back to him, because he's always found ways to create and, give opportunities to me. So, I know that he was able to connect with a lot of pizzeria owners there and, record a bunch of podcasts. Can't wait to watch all of those. Man, got to run into Uncle Rico. My guy, Uncle Rico's dope. I saw the pizza competitions. I think he won first or second place for traditional or for the cheese slice. All of that is due. All of that is just so dope. Shout out to the guys from Fiero Group, and invited me. I talked to Alex. I talked to John. They let me bring my own dough and run it through the Opera Prima dough stretcher. Super dope machine. And I talked to him. I met him when we were in California in July, and he's like, "Oh, if you're gonna be in Orlando, bring your dough." And so he emailed me even, a week before the show, like, "Hey, don't forget, bring your product, come test it out, come make a pie." And I was able to go over there, make my pizza. So fun. Now, that's just the stuff that makes this community so much more better and so much more engaging, because everyone's looking out for everybody. It's not like this, we're in a race to fight for that one customer. Like, no, everybody, there's enough market for us all. Everybody's helping everybody. All the connections are authentic and real. And that's just what I appreciate. Paul and I did a few rounds around the show floor. Paul's the CEO of West Shore Pizza, who I am, a franchisee of. So we made a few rounds around the show floor before my session. And, I really just, he's a big relationship guy, and he knows everybody there. I'm like, man, I got dough in my cooler and my bag. He goes, "Oh, come over here, I'll take it." And we go back and inside the PFG booth, which was ridiculous, right? Took up, they probably had the biggest showcase there, which makes sense because Rome, Orlando is just huge. They were, they had coolers, they had everything that I needed. So it was like, whatever you need, just come. You can use your stuff here. And, they just showed me a lot of love. Really enjoyed that. I got to talk to the guys from Chowly, who, do third party integration for POS stations, for POS platforms. If you're doing something like that, and I've worked with Chowly before, and previously on other systems, they have a whole new way of doing things. Hit those guys up. It's just really good. It's just really good, seeing what's out there, seeing what's new, besides all of the food. And I actually didn't even eat a whole bunch of food. I'd had a few things. There was a gelato station that I probably ran into a couple of more times than I needed to. And of course the pizza. I like to try to get some of the pizza from the competitors, because these guys are the best of the best, right? So I want to eat what they're making. So that's always a lot of fun for me. In the afternoon, I was able to, do my presentation on soft skills development and leadership development. And it's really important to me because as a leader, as a father, as just a citizen of this community, right? I feel like we have this responsibility to leave it better than we found it, right? And if we're going to leave it better for the next generation, then we're going to have to create better leaders for the next generation. At some point, the kids or the kids that work for me now are going to be the people who lead my kids. And that's why I get passionate about developing leaders for, the next generation and taking them to the next level. What I found is, the technical skills are great. Technical skills will get you in the door. You have, the ability to, write a schedule and do math and show up on time and you make a pizza or do, whatever, batches of dough or, whatever. You can manage all of the tools. All those skills are fantastic. But what gets you to the next level are the skills that help you lead and engage a team that really enjoys working with you, for you, alongside you, and growing a business that way. Because I'm a firm believer in the experience of the guest. And this is actually, that was a piece of feedback, because before the show, I would always say the experience of the customer will never exceed the experience of the team. And after my session, someone pulled me aside, one of the guys that I met, and I don't remember exactly what company he was from, but he goes, "You mind if I give you just one piece of feedback? Because I thought it was great." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, absolutely. First of all, always give me feedback. I'm so open to it. I'm not unapproachable, any of that. Please tell me, because I want to be the best that I can be. So don't ever hold back feedback from me. Even if you don't know how to bring it to me as rough as you need to. I can take it, because I'm on a mission to be the best possible version of myself. So don't ever think that you can't give me feedback, because I'm all about that." So he, but anyway, so he came up to me and he goes, "Oh, I thought it was great. You mind if I give you some feedback?" I'm like, "Sure, please give me feedback." He goes, you said, I love the quote about the customer experience will never exceed the team experience. But I would challenge you to stop using the word customer and start using the word guest, because as a leader, he said, as a leader, I was always taught that you have this ability, you have this unique ability to welcome somebody into your place every single time as like it was a party. Like if you were throwing a party at your house, you wouldn't call the people coming to your house customers. They would be your guests, and you would try to give them the most enjoyable experience that you possibly could. Now, as a leader of a restaurant, we have that same opportunity. Our customers can come and have the very best experience based on how we treat them and how we engage them and interact with them. So try to move on from saying customer and think of it like you're hosting a party for guests that are paying you to be there. And that was a great way to look at it. So, the experience of the guests will never exceed the experience of the team. And what I mean by that is, as a leader, my job is to make sure that my team really enjoys what they're doing in my place and what they're doing for our guests. And through that, the guest experience becomes better, because they have happy people who are serving them. Happy leader serves a happy team serves happy guests. Happy guests rewards you with repeat business, which is how we grow. When people come back, they tell somebody, it compounds over time. So with that being said, the skills that help us really improve that experience for the team are the soft skills from a leader. Like, how good of a listener are you? Are you a great communicator? Can you resolve conflict? That's what matters. Are you a great motivator? Like, these are the skills that aren't necessarily technical, but they can be taught and developed if attention is paid to them. So that's what my session was about, was how do we, as leaders, create more leaders, and how do we create leaders that are continuously developing their soft skills? And, the 3 skills that I recommend that we continuously develop and continuously improve. Number 1 is communication. Like, the people who need to know. So we have to be as effective as possible with our communication. That doesn't always mean we can write great emails or we're, great speakers or any of that. It just means that our message gets to where it needs to be, and that the message is received by whoever needs to receive that message. And sometimes the method is different. A lot of times the method is different depending on who you're communicating with. Some folks may be great at reading the all team communication or the group chat, or, you know, checking the bulletin board. I don't know if anyone does bulletin boards anymore. We don't do a bulletin board, but however, you know, whatever that main piece is, like if you're, you know, you got something, you know, internal email or something like that, you may have people that are just fine with that. But you also may have people that need a little one-on-one chat or need a follow-up phone call 2 days after they told you they heard it. Doesn't matter. You just got to figure out how they need it. And then as a leader, get them that information, because the worst thing that can happen is you think that someone has it and you think that someone understands it and that the message is received, and then the ball gets dropped because we didn't follow up or we didn't do it. And as a leader, it always falls back on us, right? So if someone didn't get it or if the message wasn't received, it's usually a reflection of how we communicate it. So I'm telling you, communication, that's number one. You know, number one is communication. The second one is motivation. Like making sure that the why is clearly understood, having a mission for your restaurant. Everyone should be on the same page, or at least working towards a common goal when it comes to, you know, the day-to-day operation. And how you motivate them matters a whole lot in those situations. So having the skills to understand, like, hey, we're having a rough day. Let's find something, you know, if it's music, or don't have a pizza party in a pizzeria. If it's a, you know, or we're going to do a food trade with somebody. Like, those little things that keep people motivated matter a whole lot when it comes to engagement and enthusiasm and performing the job. So finding those nuances in your business that help you keep your team motivated and even helping you stay motivated as a leader matters a whole lot. And the last one is conflict resolution. How well can you resolve things? Look, I don't know if you know this, but the number one reason that people leave jobs is because of a conflict. Either there's a disagreement with someone in a leadership position, or there's a conflict with a coworker or a peer, or even in rare cases, a conflict with a patron or a guest. As a leader, you have to be able to recognize the need to resolve these things quickly and effectively, you know, and keeping things moving forward. You know, our goal is always to keep the business moving, right? Keep the business moving forward. So having the ability to resolve conflict quickly and effectively will only help you as a leader. So, you know, those are some of the things that we talked about. Listen, I'm happy. I'll send anybody my presentation. It has, you know, all the notes, everything there. Just email me or text me or DM me or whatever. Just contact me. You guys know how to find me. Send me a message and say, T, let me get that presentation, because, you know, we've been going through it at the store and I'm turning over a lot of staff. That was the other thing that we talked about. Listen, it's important to develop people and keep your folks on your team. 80% of restaurant managers started at the entry level. That means that the next leader of your place is probably already on your team. I mean, that's just the reality. Raise your hand if you started as a dishwasher or a prep person and now you're an owner or a manager or a leader. Most of us did. And we did it because someone either saw something in us, gave us an opportunity, or, you know, or we just wanted it more than somebody else. But it can't be ignored. So knowing that, there's no reason for us to continuously try to look externally for these folks. We have them. Let's develop them. Let's figure out who they are. Let's identify and develop these people, these high potential individuals that are on our team. That's what I'm big on. And then the cost of replacing people is way too much anyways. Like, I gave a stat from the National Restaurant Association that the average cost of replacing a restaurant worker was somewhere around $5,800 when you factor in recruiting costs, lost production, training costs, advertising. Like, all these things start to add up when it comes time to replace people. So we want to get out of that system of constantly turning over staff. And look, turnover is going to be high, and you know, we're hiring younger people now. That was the other thing we talked about. We hire 3 times more young people than any other industry. And I'm talking people that are ages 16 to 24. We hire 3 times more young people than any other industry. So it's important for us as leaders to make sure that we're giving these kids, these young folks, all of the skills and all of the opportunities to continuously develop and become the people that they are intended to become. Doesn't mean they're going to be the next manager on your team. Maybe they don't even want to, or maybe they don't even know that this is something that's available to them. But whatever that means, we as leaders have this responsibility to really grow and develop them as individuals and as team members, so that they can go be great at whatever it is they choose to do next. That's why we get them. That's our responsibility. So I love being in that role, being in that position, and I'm happy to share my notes, my thoughts, my training on that. I'll find a link or something. I'll put it together and I'll add a link to the show notes to download my presentation, and I'll also throw it on my social media so anybody can get access to it. Because listen, it doesn't mean anything if I'm the only one with the information. Let me share that and get it out. And then lastly, before I go, Pizza Chronicles, Restaurant Chronicles. Listen, you ever have a customer that you just have to say no? And look, I never want to say no. That's kind of like my thing. I want to find ways to say yes, find more ways to say yes, find more ways to look out for people. But sometimes you just got to tell somebody no. So I got a customer at our pizzeria that calls. He orders pretty close to every day. Like, it's weird when he doesn't call. I'll say it like that. Like he orders at least 4 to 5 times a week. Sometimes he'll order extra food so he won't call the next day. But he'll order a Philly, he'll order a pizza, he'll get a soda every couple of days, or he'll get, whatever, he'll get, wings or whatever. He'll get whatever he's feeling like that day. But he doesn't cook at home. He's single and he lives 2 blocks away, and he calls us every single day, almost like clockwork, 10:30, 10:45 every morning, just to start his day. He's going to get his food for the day from us. But the other day he called, and it's, a little bit before we open, and he's like, "Hey, bud, you guys got any breakfast over there?" I'm like, "No, I got the brunch pizza. I can do that for you. I know you like sausage. You want to just do like sausage and eggs on there?" He goes, "Nah, I don't want no eggs. I'm just thinking I just want some breakfast. Like, can you just do like pancakes and waffles for me, and sausage, bacon, and waffles?" I'm like, "I don't have any of that stuff. Like, I don't." Initially, I'm like, "Well, let me figure out what you want, and maybe I'll run to Publix and grab it and do that." But then it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, you know my menu. You call me every day. You know what I sell. You know what we have. Why are you asking me this? I don't have breakfast. And I'm like, well, and I'm still trying to figure out a way to do it. And like, all right, well, I don't have that. I got bacon topping. I don't have bacon strips, but you just want sausage and bacon on a cheesy bread or something. I'm just trying to figure out a way. But then it's like, the conversation is going like, well, no, I really wanted to do waffles or do a pancake. I'm like, I can't help you. I got nothing here. I can't help you. Do you want me to see, like, I'm even to the point, like, do you want me to see if there's somebody else around that delivers? He doesn't drive. That's the other thing. So we deliver to him every day. You want me to see if there's somebody else around that delivers? I'll order it I'll use my app and order you something on Uber Eats and send it to you, and just, whatever, you pay me back. He goes, nah, I don't want to do that. He don't even want any random people just coming to his house. He just likes us, which I can appreciate, and I love him for that. But at the same time, it's like, dude, like you're really leaning on this relationship. And at the end of it, he goes, well, never mind. If I don't want eggs, and I don't want to do that. I guess I'll just get a pizza. And he got a pizza, and we went on. But like, do you ever get like the crazy requests from your customers, or from your guests, I should say? I gotta stop saying customers. You ever get those crazy requests from your guests where it's just like, dude, are you serious right now? And do you ever tell people no when they order things? Let me know. Hit me up. Send me your feedback. Tell me about your customer. If you got a customer chronicle or a restaurant chronicle, pizza chronicle, gotta settle on what we're calling that. Hey, come on the show. Let's talk about it. send me a DM, send me an email, send me a text. Let's get together. I'm always looking for guests to come on the show and talk about what their experience is like in the pizza business, or even if you're, not in the pizza business but adjacent to the business, come on the show. Let's talk, let's chat. I'm always looking forward to it. But that's all I got for now. I'm signing off. Another week of Pizza King podcast. We'll be back soon. My goal for the new year is to get closer to weekly episodes. So let's push me to be more consistent with getting these things out. But we've been over a year now. I think this is episode 28 or 29. So we're getting there. We're getting our numbers up. I appreciate every single person who subscribes, who follows us, who continues to engage and interact. This has been just an incredible experience for me. So, we're gonna absolutely keep this going. So thanks again. If you see me, like I told everybody at the show, you see that pepperoni backpack, it's me. Come holler at me. Let's connect. Next show is gonna be in New York, I believe. New York restaurant show. So looking forward to connecting with everybody out there. That's in March. We're gonna do California again, and obviously we're always here for Florida. And if there's any other opportunities, we'll be looking forward to getting out there, getting on stage, and just being in the building and connecting and interacting with all of our pizza family. So until next time, Tyrell Reed signing off. Pizza King podcast. Let's go.